Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the afternoon segment where I try to remember a whole bunch of particular wine details and challenge my memory. This is a good one. Vino di Anna, Don Alfio, Etna Rosso from qvevri. Qvevri Don Alfio is what they call this. So this is Vino di Anna. Is a very small winery on the north side of Mount Etna in Solicata. I'm crooked now, aren't I? Their winery is in the Contrada of Contrada Crasa. But of course they own vineyards other places around on the north side of Mount Etna. I'm just holding this label up so that you can see it all. Let's see. So what do I got to say about this? So this is this wine is it's mostly Nerello Mascalese with a little bit of Alicante and Nerello Cappuccio in it because there's Nerello Cappuccio and Alicante in the vineyard. It's 0.6 of a hectare at 900 meters above sea level that they bought from Don Alfio in 2010. The vineyard was planted by his grandfather. So most of the vines here in the vineyard range, they're somewhere between like 90 to 120 years old generally. A fair proportion of them are actually ungrafted. Don Alfio, I don't know enough about him, but he's come up a bunch in, me talking to people and reading about Mount Etna as a local person who cared a lot about holding on to other grape varieties and like traditional like heritage clones of Nerello Mascalese and preserving really old vines, and had this super old vine vineyard here. So that's why. And they Anna and Eric are the two, the couple that are Vino di Anna. So they purchased this little tiny plot from him. The grapes are hand harvested. The vineyard is farmed biodynamically. The grapes are hand harvested, then hand destemmed into a 1,500 liter Georgian qvevri. I have forgotten the name of the guy who made the qvevri. Darn it. Starts with a Z. Zalika, I think. Zalika something. Anyway, where it went through initial fermentation with the skins. I don't remember how often they, it might be a train, how often they stirred it, if at all. Then once primary fermentation was done, then they covered the qvevri and let the juice sit and macerate on the skins for 4 months. I think that's everything. I think that's all the details. That's all of the facts. So, yeah, you can see the color. It's relatively opaque. It's not cloudy. I wouldn't call it cloudy, but it's not, crystal clear kind of wine. You can see through the nail of it though, the edge. I don't actually know what the vintage of this is, because its bottle is just Vino Rosso, LNH 016. So I don't know if this is 2016 vintage or 2015 vintage bottled in 2016. Let me look at the cork just on the off chance that the cork says anything about that. The cork might just say Vino di Anna on it. Cork just says Vino di Anna on it. Anyway, all right. Spicy. Cherries, blackberries, but like wild black cherries. I don't know how to describe this aroma, but I've smelled wines like this before. From Nerello Mascalese. I've had 1 or 2 wines like this. I actually drank a bottle of this on Mount Etna in autumn of 2019 at qvevri. That's the last time I had it. I actually brought a bottle back and it was corked, which was very sad. Yeah, it's like concentrated, like some dried fruit, some sort of roasted, like sun-dried, like spicy, a little smoky, like fiery smelling. Oh, geez, it really smells like Mount Etna. It smells like a winery on Mount Etna. It's very visceral smelling. Really like concentrated, tight, dark, like small berry fruit. But also a little bit flowery, like also roses. I'm just zeroing in on the fruit because it's so intense and visceral, and like it's the dominant aroma, but there's also aromatic, like herbal kind of qualities here, and flowers. Jeez. Has a fair amount of tannin. There's both like bright, wow, the finish is sort of like bright tart raspberry. That's really nice. It's elegant. Up front though, it has more sort of spicy fruit. Yeah, it's really, I mean, right now drinking it, it's like medium bodied on the palate, actually. Nice acidity, salty on the mid palate. Here comes the train. Yeah, serious tannic structure, but it's got good salty and acidic structure as well. The fruit is really nice. The fruit is like clear and clean. Let's see. Is this a freight train? It sounds like a freight train. I think. No! Great, just a passenger train, nice and quick. The aroma of this is really fantastic. The aroma is just like spellbinding to me. Everything smells like diesel now. The wine, I opened this last night and it is still like tightly wound. Like not in a bad way, it's just hard to quite pull all the flavors apart. There's pretty raspberry to it, but then there's also some like black currant, like a hint of like licorice, like wild cherry. It's kind of meaty too, and the tannins, it has a fair amount of tannin, but they're not really aggressive tannins. They're not like tart, like young tannins. They're tannins that just sort of like stick to the inside of your mouth and would be amazing with some kind of like fatty braised meat, it seems like. It's really a pretty fantastic, and it's both, it's very much like an honest expression of Nerello Mascalese, or of Mount Etna, because I mean also Nerello Cappuccio and Alicante and stuff here, but But it's like, to me, like, this is a very honest, real expression of Mount Etna, but it's also like a unique wine. It's not. I want to be clear that like making this in Georgian qvevri it hasn't obscured the voice and the character of Mount Etna. It's just like this is a slightly different expression. It tastes very traditional. It tastes very old school, but it's also very elegant and pretty. So really impressive. I'm super excited that I have these wines now. I have other wines from Vino di Anna. I'll be opening some of those and talking about those soon. And then I'm going to have SRC coming, and wines from Frank Cornelissen are hopefully arriving this week. A whole bunch of older vintages of single Contrada Mungibels in magnums and double magnums and a bunch of crazy stuff like that. So I'm just going all in on Mount Etna right now. Thanks. I'll see you later.